Okay. So yesterday we worked on groups and users. So today let's go with roles and policies. Roles and policies. So first, do we need to talk about roles or policies? Sir? Excellent. First, we need to talk about the policies. Then only we need to go for the roles. So to talk about the policies, we know we have two types of policies. What are those, Nana? Managed policy and then inline policy. Managed policy and inline. So till now we have used the managed policy. We created user and directly attached the AWS provided policies. So today let's go and create inline policies. Okay, ma? So let's see, inline policy meaning based on the requirement, we need to go and create it. Yes or no? Can we create just like that? No, right? So we need to have a requirement first of all. So I'll give a requirement like this. I create a username called Bhargav. I'll create a IAM user called Bhargav. And for Bhargav, I need to attach the policy. Do I need to attach managed policy, inline policy now? Inline policy. So what kind of permissions that we should be giving for him? We will not be giving full access. We will not be giving read-only access. We will be giving specific access. How do we do that? So, which is a service that we know in and out now? IAM only, no? So, should we go and create a policy for IAM service? Okay. So, whenever the Bhargav has logged into AWS account, what he need to do is, he can create users, he can update users, he can create groups, he can update groups. That's it. Nothing he cannot do. He should not do anything else. Do you see? I'm giving only 4 permissions. I'm giving only 4 permissions. So can I give IAM full access? Can I give IAM read-only access? I have a specific requirement because Bharat has newly joined in my team. Assume it. And then I want to give him only to create access, create user, update user, or create group or update group. Not even delete. And he cannot even get the details of all entire IAM users. He will not get anything. He can do only those 4. Should we go and create the inline policy for this? Okay. So if you are going and creating a policy, that policy is nothing but inline policy, correct? So click on create policy. I told you, do we need to go and write the JSON code? No. Which is the tool that I said? Visual Editor. Remember Visual Editor? It will automatically generate the JSON code, correct? So now this is the Visual Editor. Do you see this here? And if you click on JSON, if you are very good in JSON, keep writing the code in JSON, the policy. Okay? But I'm just going with the Visual Editor. Select a service. Which is a service that you are planning to write a policy? So select IAM. You see? IAM. So once you selected IAM, and here you have manual actions. And here it says all IAM actions. So if I select this one, that meaning it will give full access. Correct? But you are creating inline policy and giving full access. Is that correct? Or going to manage policy and giving the full access is correct? Going to the managed policy and give the IAM full access. But why you are coming to inline policy and giving full access? No need. But what is it? IAM : star. That meaning what? IAM : star meaning all full access. Star meaning full access. IAM : star. IAM is a service : star meaning full access. Okay, I am not giving the full access. And here you have a switch to deny permissions. Chitty, here, are we giving the permissions to allow or to deny? To allow. To allow. So whatever the permissions that you select here, that will be allowed. Rest everything will be denied. If you want to do it ulta, whatever you select, everything should be denied and rest everything can be allowed. It's up to you whether you want to go with the first one or second one. Do you see this switch to deny? Switch to deny meaning the second one. So I'm not switching it. So whatever I selected, that is allowed and rest everything will be denied. Okay, now access levels are there. List, read, write, permissions management, and tagging. So list and read. Chitty, first of all, you have to list, then only you can read it, no? Can you directly read it? Abracadabra? No, right? First you need to list it. First you need to list and then you can read it. In Excel sheet also, first you need to list all the things, no? Then only you can read it. Can you read it without listing? No. Right? So, okay. Now, let me expand list. This is it. These are the things that we have in the list actions. What do you want to list for Bhargav? See, I want him to list users. I want him to list groups. Anything else? Or I want to list groups for users. I don't want anything else for him. Can he able to list his account summary? Can he list his MFA devices? Can he list the policies? Can he list the access keys and secret keys? Nothing. But based on the requirement, can you go and select? Yes or no? So if suppose Ajay, right? So Ajay is absent. Huh? Okay. So if Ajay, if you create a user called Ajay, and if you want different permissions, can you go and select the different ones here? Yes. So based on the requirement, you have to select it. Okay. List done. Na? So close. And next one is read. In read. And by the way, do you see this? All the things here is starting with the list only, no? Can I go and also call it as list star? That meaning all list access. Can we say all full access? Sir? No, only list access. So, but I'm not giving all list access. But can you give it all list access? So now I'm going for the read. For read, what he can read? Get group, get user. Where is get user? Here. Yes. Anything else that you want to get the information? No. I don't want him to get policies, roles, nothing. But if I have a requirement, I can give. So, bus. And write what he can do. And by the way, in read also, get to star. If I put get to star, that meaning everything he can read. He can list to read is both are related to reads only, correct? Read access, correct? So now in write, what all that he can write? Do you see? Create user. You want him to delete also? Okay, let's give delete. Create group. Delete. I have 4 eyes. I'm seeing. You are not able to see. Update group. Update user. Bas no? Yes. Enough. Simple no? Based on requirement, select it. Do we have any questions, sir? Why you are selecting only those things? No need. That is my requirement now. Right? So, right is done. Okay. So now, permissions management. So, does he able to attach any policies or create any policies, delete any policies? Nothing. Nothing. I don't want to give him anything else. I don't want to give. Tagging. Will he able to tag it, tag the user, tag role, untag it? No, I am not giving anything. Do you all understood how to select based on the requirement? Okay, good. So now resources. Now you are listing, reading, writing. On which resources? Okay, resources here meaning I am users, I am groups. So bar you have selected list user, list groups, no? Get user, get groups, create user, create groups. So now I might have 50 groups and 50 users. So you Bhargav wants to list all 50 users, all 50 groups, or only specific resource, only specific user or group, only specific. So if you put resources all, that meaning he can list all users, he can list all groups. But I don't want to give him the list for all, but I want him to only give specific. So which user that you want to list? Bhargav. He's himself, but you can give any user. No, I have suppose Venkat, Naveen. These people are there. I am users. So if Bhargav can go and list Venkat, Bhargav can go and list Manish, Bhargav can go and list Naveen. Yes, correct. So whichever the users that he want to list, add their ARNs. What is the ARN? Amazon resource name. So I told you, how do we identify Naveen or Manish? Using ARN only, right? So click on add ARN. This account, your Naveen or Venkat IM users are in this account or another account? This account only. What is the username, for example? Naveen. Do you see this is the Naveen's ARN? Yes or no? Chiti. So if you select this, any resource, user star, that meaning all. I don't want to give any. I want to give only Naveen, for example. Add ARN. See. So if I attach this policy to Bhargav, Bhargav can list which user? Naveen only. Can he list any other user? Okay, there is another user called Manish. Can he? So let's give permission. So go and click on add ARN, this account, and user called Manish. Whichever the Bhargav wants to list the users, you go and give the specific ARNs there. Only. So now if I attach this policy to Bhargav, he can list only Naveen and Manish user related things. Nothing else. Instead of user Naveen and Manish, if you put star, if I put any in this account, that meaning all users he can list. Do you see how you can restrict Bhargav to see only users called Naveen and Manish? You understood? Okay. That is users we have selected. And if I say groups, now there is a question. How many users can Bhargav list? How many users? How many users can Bhargav list? Based on this policy, only 2, right? If you put star, how many users are there? All the users can be listed. Now, which group he want to update group? We have selected, no. Which group? Add group. This account. Let's say which group? Let's say DevOps group. Can we give access like this? Which group? 9 a.m. group. Yes, add ARNs. Do you all understood how to give permissions only to a particular user in particular groups? Clear? And tell me, do we have Naveen and Manish created already? No, but make sure you have to create it. Otherwise, what do you want to list? Nothing, no. So make sure the groups and users should be there. Do you all understood how to give permissions? Yes or no? Any questions? No. It is only, see, so this is a AWS account. So I have created a user called Bhargav. Okay. And I'm creating a policy in inline policy. Right? Inline policy. What is inline policy? Let's say Bhargav policy, for example. So I created a Bhargav policy. Can I go ahead and then attach this? Can I go and attach this policy to Bhargav? Yes or no? Yes. Now when Bhargav logged into AWS account, what all the things that he can access? Only Naveen's user and then Manish user and groups, DevOps and then 9 a.m. group. That's it he can access. And whoever all inside the group, they will not access. They cannot do it. Only Bhargav. Whomever you have attached this policy to, whomever you have attached this policy, that will get affected. Not all. Getting it or not? So now see, you have given the access levels and on top of it, you have given for which user and which group. Chiti, we have selected here groups and then users. That's why you have got the resources called users and groups. If you have selected policies, anything, so that means you will get the policies also here. Yes. So which policy you want to list? All policy or particular policy. It's up to you, whichever you want to select. And then here, request conditions. When you're writing the policy like this, you can put the conditions also. Let's say this inline policy you're creating now. Did you attach this inline policy to anyone now? No, you have not attached. You are just creating it now. You create the policy, keep it ready, and whomever you want to attach it. Right? And now, request conditions. If you open it, if you want to do all these activities, make sure the user is MFA authenticated. Can we put the condition like that? Yes or no? The whoever wants to do these actions, he should have the MFA authenticated. And then also you can put a request from IP address. That meaning, if you want to tight the security, whomever you are attaching this policy, that can be for any Bhargav or any user, and that particular user should be able to access only from particular network. Can he able to access from anywhere? No. So if you want to, I'm giving an example. I'm taking an example, copy pasting this. So whichever the network that you want to allow it, you can allow the specific network. So these actions can be done only from that particular network. Let's say I have attached this policy to Bhargav, and this network is my office network. Now he went home and then he connected and he's doing these activities. Can he able to do it? No, because I have given access only to give this from office only. See, it is like security. So like this, you can create any lot of conditions you can create. Okay, now. If we are using particular PCIP, this will be activities will be allowed only for the particular PC, not for the Ashok Reddy. Generally in company, you can give it for you cannot give it only for particular PC. You will be with the whole network. Okay, now we have selected all these things. And if you click on JSON, do you see this? The code is generated? Yes. The code is generated, no? Anusha, this for you. Not for you, not for everyone. That the same thing you are asking the question, right? So do you see this code? Guys, this one is, it's not rocket science, okay? So if as it is, okay. Visible? Okay, I copy paste it. See, this version statement will be same for every policy. Effect, are you allowed or denied? We have allowed. So whatever the actions that you have put it here will be allowed. Rest everything will be denied. So now effect is allow. What are the actions? In which service? IAM service. So he can create group, delete group, list, update group, update user, delete user, get user, create user, get group. Can you keep on listing so many things if you want? Yes. Let's say, Pusuk, if you want to add one more, let's say, get account summary. Account summary meaning, do you see on the main dashboard, you will get how many users are there, how many, all those information. So if you want to add, how do you add? Put comma, right? Like this. Can you go and add? Get account summary. If you ask me, sir, how do you know this name? Do you see this here? We can get it from here, no? So if you expand this, and this one, you cannot write your own stuff here. Okay, get my daddy's account details, bank account details. So no, you cannot write like this. Whatever the parameters you have it there, you have to write that. So now, and on which resource city, all these actions should be done on which resource? DevOps, 9 AM group, and which user? Naveen, Manesh. So these actions can be done only for this resource. If I remove all this in put star, for all resource. Okay. And these are all called what? ARNs, no? DevOps group ARN, 9 AM group ARN, Naveen's ARN, Manish ARN. Condition. This is bull, not bowl. Bowl. Huh? Okay. AWS MFA authentication present is equal to true. That meaning whatever the actions that he want, that the user has to be MFA authenticated, and he has to be done using from this network range. And in order to read the users, first we need to go ahead and then list users, list groups. Guys, is it any rocket science to understand the JSON code? Easy, no? Yes or no? Avuna kada? Yes. Okay. So, okay, to make you comfortable, okay, now I click on next, simple. And give the policy name. What is the policy name? Bhargav policy. Or do I need to attach it only for Bhargav? It's up to you, no? Whoever you want to attach it, I don't write now. My first inline policy. You can give nice name and then go ahead and then create policy. And whomever you have attached this policy, whatever the permissions that we have given, this will get implied for that particular person. So now I have the user. I don't have users. Let's say I create a user called Manish. Naveen Manish now. Like, give me some other Venkat. Huh? Okay, I'll give Venkat. So, ta-da. Okay. So, I'm not giving any permissions. So, let's say. Hi. Who is that? Okay. So, okay. Now, I've created a Venkat. So, can I go and attach the policies to Venkat, whatever I've created? Yes. Go to Venkat and in permissions, go and add permissions. Which one? My first inline policy. Select it and next and add permission. Now, if Venkat has logged in, he can able to do only these things on this resource. Got it now? Understood, no? So to make you even more comfortable, I'll show you a few policies. You need to tell me what is that policy is doing. Okay? I'll take your normal internet. Okay? AWS IAM policy. Okay, let's say I go to medium. Examples. Do you able to see this? Can you tell me what is this doing? See this and tell me. Effect allow, that is good. What is allowing? All meaning full access, huh? It tells read and see. No avesham. Huh? IAM colon is there? You need to check this one. Okay. In actions part, IAM colon get star list star. Is that full access? Only read only access? So this meaning get meaning he can get all accounts, and list meaning he can list all. So get list are related to reads. Get list related to reads. So he is getting all and listing all. So can you say it is IAM read only permissions? Read only access only? Correct? This is read only access. But if I remove get and put only star, IAM colon star, then that one, that is full access. If you are going with the get list, get star, list star, that is read only access. On which resource? All resources. Let's say, for example, if I go and put here Naveen's ARN. So get star, list star is only for Naveen or for all? Only for Naveen. Do you see? Okay, now. Oh, this one big thing that we have just did it. Huh? You tell me this, Chitte. There is a question from Bhaskar. Is it inline or customer managed policy? Both are same or different? Both are same. Okay. Uh, okay. See, tell me that policy. Hmm? Tell me. You need to tell completely. Only adding and what else? Removing also. Adding and removing the users from only developers and operator groups. How Nana? How did you able to understand this policy? Easy, no? And that to remember, you no need to write the policy from scratch. Go to Google Talli, put your requirement. Nowadays, ChatGPT is also there. Just go and put the requirement. I need single IAM user can only list and read the something based on your requirement. Just put it. It will give the policy. And you take the policy. Can you modify it according to your requirement? Now, if I go and effect instead of effect, I allow. I put deny. What will happen? The whichever this policy, whichever user you have attached, he cannot add or remove only from these two, and rest everything he can do it. Correct? Okay. Clear? Okay. Good. So, tell me this. Hmm? Complete the sentence. What? Excellent. Excellent. Correct. So, which service you are giving this access? See, that is a place where you need to find out. And easy to colon star meaning full access. On which resource? All resources. And there is a condition. And on which region? Only Mumbai region. So can I say this is a full EC2 access only to Mumbai region? Can he go ahead in Ireland and create the EC2 instance with this? No. See, based on your requirement, you can go and write the policy and attach to the users. So there are n number of permutations and combinations will be there, correct? Some customer will come and say that, Babu, in IAM user, I want him only to do the MFA devices. He cannot do anything else. Can you go and do it? Yes. Go and select only MFA related things, right? So, and if some customer will come and say that, hey, he can deal only with the groups. He cannot create users, but he need to have full access on the groups. Can you go and do it? Yes. Get groups, list groups, and then which group, if you want to put all, put all groups, otherwise put the specific groups. Correct, Ashok, correct. So you need to choose wisely, as Ashok said, you need to choose wisely or based on the requirement, you need to choose these parameters. Okay, ma? Nice. So, tell me this. Simple. So, EC2 full permissions only from this IP address. In your entire team, there is only one admin, AWS engineer, and he want to deal only with IAM users, IAM account or IAM service. Can you give that guy's PC IP addresses here? And can anyone can do it? No, only from that PC only he can do it. Very good. There is a question. If user Naveen is not present in mentioned group, is it possible to access in permission created initially by you? Guys, here in this one, you tell me, okay, let me ask you this. You tell me, I'm writing the permissions for Naveen and Manish only here. Okay. To whom I am attaching this policy? to Bhargav. Do I need to attach to Naveen or Manish? Okay. If you have attached this Naveen and if you attach this policy to Naveen, what will happen? He can able to list for his own user only. He can do only this thing. He will not do anything else. So guys, whatever the policy I'm writing it here, it is not only for Naveen and Manish. If you attach this policy to any user, that user can access only these two people. Yes or no? I have created a user called, what is your name? Pradeep. I have created user called, IAM user called Pradeep. And Pradeep can manage only Naveen's and Manish account. So can I create an IAM user called Pradeep and attach this policy to him? And when Pradeep has logged in, what kind of permission he has? Only to DevOps, 9am group, or Naveen and Manish, he can access it. Nothing else he can access. Okay? Clear? Super. Can we write policy through AWS CLI or from the developer? No, you need to write it from here only, not from the. How can you write it from CLI? It's very hard. I'm asking Naveen and Manish should present in one or groups or DevOps and IAM groups. Is it mandated Naveen and present should be in that group? It's up to you based on your requirement. Can you please show us again, sir, how to generate JSON code? So how to generate JSON code? Nothing. Can you go and edit also? Edit it. On top, we have selected visual, correct? And there is a, you no need to generate that JSON code. It will be, do you see here? If you click on visual, you will have a visual editor. And if you click on JSON, the code is there already. Okay? Venkatramana. If one policy read access, second policy is full access, then which policy will work? Who will write that policy first? You are the engineer, and for one, you are writing full permissions and you are writing read-only permissions only for him. First of all, you are writing the wrong policy. You should not do it. Okay? So you're telling, on one side you have biryani, on another side you have veg biryani. Both you are eating. And should I ask you which biryani you are eating? Oh, no. Simple. Okay. Policies are a set of rules, permissions, which we can apply to the user as per requirement. Correct, Iqbal. Sir, if you provide IP address, can that user can access those resources from home PC wherever it is a network? Give the network range, he will able to access it. Okay, good. So now you all understand how to create a policies. So guys, policies can be created here, and you can test the policy in IAM service only. But can you use another service policies? No, because we haven't learned another services yet. So if you are planning to do the practicals, do it on IAM service only. Okay. Good. That is the policies. Should we jump to the roles now? Good. What is a role? Temporary access without credentials. So roles can be created here in IAM, but roles in action, can we see it in IAM? No. How the roles will work will be seen in another services. Here we create roles, that's it. How do we use roles? We cannot use the roles here. We use the roles in another service. Let me give an example. I'll give two scenarios and we'll create the roles for that. Okay. Now let's say I have an EC2 instance. Okay. This is an EC2 instance. This is an EC2 instance. City, this is Linux EC2 instance. Linux EC2 instance is nothing but we need to have AWS CLI. Okay. Now from this AWS CLI, I need to access which service? Example, S3. Let's give S3. I want to access S3. Okay. Now you tell me, guys, I have an EC2 instance, and that too is a Linux EC2 instance. And inside that, we need to install AWS CLI, correct? And I want to access through AWS CLI, I want to access S3. Does the AWS CLI will have access to S3 to access it? No. How do you authenticate AWS CLI? Using keys. Using keys. But is it recommended to configure the keys on that machine? If you configure, what will happen? Yes, the keys will be stored locally onto that EC2 instance. Is it recommended to configure the keys on the machine? No. So I don't want to configure the keys, but I still AWS CLI have to access to S3. So what is the concept I need to implement here? Roles. You understood? One scenario where you need to implement roles. Okay. So you need to go and create a role. Okay. So I call it as role 1 demo, for example. You are creating a role. And while creating a role, can we attach the permission policies? Yes. What kind of policies that you need to attach? While creating a role, what kind of permissions that need to attach? To which service? Huh? S3. Guys, why you are getting a slow response? See, from AWS CLI, I want to access which service? S3. So while creating a role, which permissions that we need to give? S3. Let's say, for example, from AWS CLI, I want to access one more service called RDS, for example. So while creating a role, which kind of permissions you need to give also? RDS. Simple, no? What kind of service that you want to access from the machine, you give the permissions there. Now your role is created. Now this role should be attached to whom? To the EC2 instance. Right? To the EC2 instance. There are two things here, guys. One is giving the permissions. Another one is you are attaching to which service, EC2 or which one. Now you tell me this role should be attached to S3. No, this role should be attached to where? EC2. EC2. Understood? And this is called trusted entity. Trusted entity. Which one is the trusted entity here? EC2 is the trusted. To whom you are attaching the role? EC2. That is, EC2 is a trusted entity. Understood? This is one scenario. I'm taking another scenario for you. Let's say I have 1, 2, 3 EC2 instances, for example. See, these 3 EC2 instances at 9 p.m. automatically it should be stopped. How do you do it? Using Lambda. Fantastic. Using Lambda. So here you went and created a Lambda function. Lambda. Okay. You tell me, you created a Lambda function and you write some code here. You wrote the code. This code will have permissions to go and stop the EC2 instance by default. Does the Lambda is another service, EC2 another service. Does the Lambda has permission on EC2 by default? No, it will not have permissions. So how do you give the permissions? Will you create keys in Lambda? No. Will you create an IAM user for Lambda? No. What do you need to do? Role. Create a role. Okay. Now you are creating a role. Can I call it as role 2 demo? What kind of permissions that you want to give to the role? What kind of permissions? EC2 you need to give. What's one? EC2. And the role should be attached to whom? The role should be attached to whom? Lambda. Which is a trusted entity here? Trusted entity is Lambda. So EC2 Lambda should have permissions to EC2. That's why for the role you're giving to the EC2. And this role should be attached to whom? Lambda. That's a trusted entity. You all understood? Two things. What kind of permissions that you are giving and to which you are attaching the role. Two things very important. Should we create the roles for these two things now? Okay. So this part, did we learn about how to launch an EC2 instance and do this? No. That's why this thing, how to roles in action, we'll see later. But here in IAM, we just need to create roles. Okay. This is scenario 1. and this is scenario 2. Correct, Ashok. Correct. Should we go after attach policy? What happens if one of the resources deleted in future? What is that? After attach policy, what happens if one of the resources deleted in future? Simple. Let's say in this, I have attached this policy to Bhargav, and all of a sudden I have deleted IAM user called Naveen. I have deleted it. Will there be any effect? No effect at all. Nothing. Okay, ma. So let's go and go with this first one. First one, see, we need to go and create a role. And for role, what kind of permissions that I'm giving? S3. And the role should be attached to whom? EC2. Which is a trusted entity here? EC2. Keep that in mind. Let's go and create a role. Create a role. Okay, here, trusted entity type. Which is your trusted entity here? EC2. EC2 will come under AWS service, AWS account. Which one? AWS service. Select that. And use cases. And which one you need to select? This is the trusted entity type you need to select. To whom you are attaching the role? EC2. This first step 1 is related to the trusted entity. Okay. Now click on next. Now you are giving the permissions. What kind of permissions? S3 permissions. You give read only or whichever it is, you can get. Select bus. Right? Call it as role 1 demo. Okay. Do you all understand how to create a role? Simple, no? But you need to know the logic. Otherwise, you cannot simply create it. Okay. Should we go and create a role for the second one? In the second one, which one is the trusted entity here? Super. So let's go and click on create role. This time, which one I need to select here? Lambda you need to select. Super. And Lambda should have what permissions? EC2 permissions. You can give whichever permissions, read or pull. And I call it as role 2 demo. Do you all understand how to create a role? Right? How to attach the role to the EC2? When we learn about EC2, there we'll do it. But here in IAM, we need to know how to create role. Enough. But while creating a role, you understood which is the trusted entity and which is the permissions that you need to select? Yes. Clear? Any questions still here? Clear, ma? Okay. Very good. So, the rest of the things are jujube. You can ignore completely. So, we know, did we discuss about the groups, users, roles, policies, identity provider? We cannot do it. Okay. So what is this identity provider concept we call in AWS? Identity center. Remember? Identity center. Identity center will not come into your certification, but keep that in mind. Identity center is equal to what concept is that? SSO. What is that? What is full form of SSO? Yes. Nand Kishore, you can have multiple trusted entities also. No issues. Okay. So, if at all you are interested, it's not a big deal. Okay. If at all is interested, you can go for identity center, successor to single sign-on. Previously, we call it as single sign-on. Now we call it as identity center. So, first of all, you need to click on enable it. You don't do it. I have not done till now also here, generally to show the people, but I'm just enabling it now. Let's see what happens. Identity center makes it easy to connect to an existing directory or use blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this is how you create. Did I told you that in identity center, can you create users? Yes or no? So we have here 3 accounts are there. AWS prod account. I'm giving an example. AWS dev account. AWS test account. All are different accounts, root accounts, or else can I give like this? AWS DevOps department. They have their own accounts also. AWS security department. Guys, everyone have their own root account. AWS DevSecOps department, for example. How many accounts are there? 6 are there. So now I am the poor guy. Riaz is here. Okay. Now, if I want to access all these accounts, how many IAM users I should have? Generally, how many IAM users I need to have? 6, no? Yes or no? I need to have one IAM user in prod. I need to have one IAM user in dev. I need to have one IAM user in test. In every account, I need to have one IAM user. How do I remember 6 IAM users? Difficult, no? That's why here we have identity center. You create a user here called Riaz. Okay? And this guy, this identity center will give you the URL. Okay? And we have a concept called organizations. Remember organizations? So all these are all are, can I call it as member account or management account? Member account, correct? You guys are super, yeah. So identity center, that meaning it is in my service, no? This is also one root account, AWS master account. Can I say AWS master account? Yes. Mine. Okay. So I don't take Riaz. I'll take another user. Give me one. Pradeep, huh? Okay, Pradeep. So this account is whose account? My account. See actually, is my account or not? This is my account. So this everything is my account only. Root account, my account only, right? I have all these things. So this guy is a management account, correct? All these are nana. So first of all, in order to work with identity center, first of all, I need to invite all these people, no? I need to add to my organization, correct? I need to add all these people into my organization. Once you have added all to this my organization, right? So add all these people to my organization. Then I create in identity center, I create a user called Pradeep. And identity center will give the URL. Yes, once Pradeep opened identity center URL, what will happen? It will be asked, how many accounts are there here? 6, 4, 5. It will show 6 accounts are there. And Pradeep, in which account you want to access? He just need to click it. That's it. With one user, he can access multiple 6 accounts. You understood now? So for that, we need to have organizations, multiple root accounts. Is it possible for you to do it now? No. But do you understand the concept? See here. So this is the identity center, no? Where you can create users here. Yes or no? Very important. Chitty, real time. You will not get... Say, here in identity center, we need to create users. Add user. Here it is asking for first name, last name, email ID, everything. You can go ahead and click on next. So we don't need to do all it, but this is a place where you can go and create users. Let's see. Settings. Do you see this is the URL? Huh? City. Understood. This is the URL, no? If you open this URL, if I have my member accounts in my account, if I open this URL, Pradeep can see all my member accounts. And whichever the accounts that he want to log in, he can easily log in. Correct, no? Understood, no? Right? So these are all the AWS accounts that it should be inside it. See here, Chitty, organizations, no? AWS. So which is my account here? Management account. Do I have any member accounts now? No. If you add the member accounts here, if you have the member, if you add the member accounts here, then if you create a user here, and then I'm not sure whether you're able to understand or not. I need just little bit louder. You understood till here? Yes, sir. No. Super. Okay. I need to have confidence first of all. Okay. So now see here, guys. What account is this? Member account or management account? My account. Management account. Very good. Ramanakant. We cannot do it. That's the reason why I'm taking this much effort to make you understand. So two things I can do here. One thing I can say, Babu, this is not required. I can skip. But I'm doing like that. We are going deeper, even though we are not doing it. Right? So you just understand that. Okay. So, okay. Now this is the management account. So can we add the member accounts in my account? How, in which service we need to go and do that? Organizations. Correct? First to go to organization. That is the first step that you need to do. Or in your real time. Okay. Go with the organizations, open organizations. See here in organizations, this is my management account. Can I go and add AWS account? Yes, add AWS account. So guys, you can go and create a new AWS account also, or you can invite the existing account. So do I already have my existing accounts here called these 6 accounts are there now already created? So I need to know the AWS ID for all these AWS accounts. Yes or no? Yes. So I need to put the AWS ID, all 6 accounts here. Yes. I need to put the AWS ID or all the 6 accounts. And then I click on send invitation. Once I click on send invitation, what will happen? All those 6 accounts, they will receive an email saying that Babu, Riaz is a management account and is asking your account to be a part of that organization. Will you? If you say, click on yes, all these 6 accounts will be under my account, under my organization. Right? So that meaning I'm managing these 6 accounts now? Yes or no? Okay. Now, one user came, Pradeep came. And Pradeep want to access all the 6 accounts. So do I ask all the 6 accounts to create IAM user? 6 IAM users? No. Which service I need to go? Identity center I need to go. Very good. Go to identity center. Where you create it? User you create here. Pradeep called user. And I might have already added my 6 member accounts, no? So that meaning if I click on AWS accounts here, all the 6 accounts will be listed over here. Yes. So when you're creating the user and you can allocate which member account that Pradeep want to access. And then simply create it. After that, give this URL to Pradeep. Whenever Pradeep has opened this URL and whichever the permission, whichever the member account that you have given the permission, those member accounts will be visible. With that Pradeep user, he can log into all those member accounts. That is the concept of SSO in AWS. Is it clear, Nana? Right? So, if you're really interested on this, okay, if you're really interested in, you can also do it. But the problem here is, you need to have one more account. I'm asking you to create one account. Till now also, you have so many difficulties to set up, sign up to the account because you need to give the card details, no? Right? So here also you need to have one more account. One more account, that means you need to give another card details there. You can give the same card details, but you need to give it. So for playing, you need to have at least 2 accounts. If you are okay to have 2 accounts, we can do this. But they will not charge for this. AWS will not charge. But you need to have 2 accounts. If you have 2 accounts, do this. Easy, no? Yes or no? Create a separate account with another Gmail. Chitty, create a separate account with another Gmail. You have AWS ID there. Your present account is your management account. Your new account will be the member account. Go to organizations, add AWS account, and then invite. The new account ID, put it here and send invitation. The email will come to your Gmail. New wala. Open there, join. Once you join, you will be able to see your member account here under this. Your member account is nothing but organization unit. We call it as here organization OU. What is that? OU. Organization unit. Organization unit is nothing but your member account. Okay. And then simply go to identity provider and then create a, where is that? Create a user. While creating a user, to which organization unit that you need to assign this? Member account. And then go to settings, open this URL, and then with this user, you will be able to log into your member account. Interesting, no? If you have two accounts. Of course. But make sure whatever the bill you get for your friend account will be managed by you now. That is there. Yes or no? Who will be paying the bill? Management account will be paying the bill. That is the only thing. Okay. Online guys, you all understood? Super. CC? Excellent, guys. Okay. Nice, Nana. Okay, so now we discuss about the federation also. And then account settings, I told you that password policy. Password settings, guys, password policy. That yoga style password, 8 character, 10 characters. You can go ahead and edit it and give your nasty, which or how much complex password you want to give, you can give. And then no need to touch this guy, because you have all these regions are enabled. So this is STS, this is called token service. All your audio regions are enabled by default. So you know to disable it. If you disable it, your regions will get disabled. Okay. And then coming to the credentials report. So guys, here, let's say you have 510, 100, 200 IM users. All of a sudden, your manager asks, Babu, how many users are there? Give me the details. Will you go and keep on writing one by one? Come here and click on download. So once you click on download, status report will be downloaded. Okay. One second. Okay. So guys, see here, open the Excel sheet. So it is getting open. Okay. Do you see this here? In Excel sheet, do you see this here? How many accounts are there? 3. One is my root account. And then we have 2 IM users and their ARNs. And when they got created, right? What is the password, right? And when they have the MFA or not. So they have access keys or not. How many are there? When they have last access use. All this, if you keep on expanding these columns, and they have when they last rotated, because now this Excel sheet is bad for me. But if you go and expand it, you will get each and every information over here. Okay, so you just download that report and then throw it on your manager's face. Okay, so, and then did we learn about access analyzer? Access analyzer, right? So if you click on it, access analyzer. Can we also talk about certs? I don't know what you're talking about. So guys, here, this one is not required because this is a report you can generate. So access analyzer meaning, as I said, you create an analyzer and then you can review the active findings. Active findings, let's say you have 100 IM users. And one out of 100 IM users, few IM user has full access. Is it good to give full access? No. And some people doesn't have MFA. Is it good? It's not good, right? And some people have some kind of different activities, which is not compliance to your company. So what you need to do, create this analyzer And then you see AWS will give nice findings. Bapu, this should not be there. This should be there like this. Based on that, you can go and enable MFA. Based on that, you can remove the full access or give it the proper access. Okay, ma? That's it. So here mainly we need to talk about users, groups, roles, policies, identity provider that we have learned. Clear? Everyone clear? So congratulations. IAM is done. So the task for you would be okay, see here. No, see here. Can you create a role and assign permissions? Yes or no? I have given two examples. One is you take the screenshot of this, okay? This one. It's not visible? Okay. So you will get it in WhatsApp group, no? No issues. You don't have WhatsApp group? You have not joined? Okay, after class you can take the screenshot. Is a detecting system. Prevention has to be done by you, Kiran. Only detection. Okay. So two scenarios. Two scenarios I have given. You have to do those two scenarios. Okay, na? Create inline policy. Will you able to do that? Create inline policy? Yes. And then, guys, create two IAM users. Can you able to create two IAM users called test 1 and test 2? For test 1, give IAM full permissions. For test 2, give IAM read-only permissions. And can you log in with test 1 and see what kind of permission he has? That he should be able to do everything in IAM. And the second test 2 wala, can he be able to do anything? He can only read. And this one. Guys, create a user called test3. Okay, create a user called test3. And the user should be able to only create users, list users, get users, create group, list group. That's it. We'll be able to do it. Okay. Okay. And test3 custom policy and create a user called test3 and attach this inline policy that you have just created. And I want you to log in, log out and log in with test3 and verify that they're able to do only these things. Okay. And by the way, guys, switch roles. I want to show you switch roles. Remember switch roles we have learned? Should we do the switch role? Okay. So in roles, sugar patients left. I think few people left. No issues. So guys, switch role option. So in switch role, how many accounts you need to have? 2 accounts. So take your AWS, you take your friend's AWS account, AWS ID. Okay. So now you need to create a role, correct? Switch role meaning you need to create a role, no? Okay, let's say click on create role. And you are giving permissions to AWS service, AWS another account. Another account, correct? So you need to select the second one. Very good. This account, another account. Another account. Guys, anyone can give some account ID? Anyone online, guys? Can you just paste one account ID? AWS ID? Random. Not random, you are. I cannot take dummy because AWS knows. Put some, paste some ID. I got one ID, enough. See guys, thank you Vijay. So copy this. Let's say I'm giving access to Vijay. I'm giving access to Vijay. Create a role and then put it here. Guys, this is require MFA. It's up to you whether he requires MFA or not. Otherwise, leave it. Click on next. And now Vijay wants to access what services in my account. It can be any service. Can you give me one service example? EC2, huh? Okay. So he want to access EC2. I'm giving read-only permissions. Give it. Next. And then I call it as Vijay role. And then create it. View role. Open that role, guys. And do you see this URL? Did I told you? Switch role, the URL will be generated. So give this role to whom? Vijay. Give this role to Vijay. And Vijay will be logging into my account without credentials. Correct? Or Vijay has his own account, no? He can go and click on switch role. He can go and click on switch role. So if you open the switch role like this, account. Which account he want to access? My account. So my account, what is alias? Ria Cloud. And what is the role that I have created for him? Vijay role. Display name, search account. Click on switch and he will be in my account. So can you take your friend's AWS ID and both of them do the testing? Do it, no? Right? And don't give EC2 permissions. Because did you learn EC2? No. Give which permissions? IAM permissions. And if you give him IAM read-only permissions, so your friend will be logging to your account and he can only just read it. Or can you give inline permission? Up to you. You can give inline permissions. Ask him to create a user, whether he can do it or not. Right? Based on your requirement, you need to give the permissions. Got it? Very good. So will you able to do that switch role? So create a test IAM user in your friend's account using this. So I told you that IAM permissions, right? So the requirement is like this. Will I get the ping using email? Will I get the ping using email? What is it meaning? Oh, you mean, of course. Oh, okay, got it. So, okay. Yes. No. I should be giving the URL to you. You will not get it automatically. So the question what he's asking is, we just created a role, no, in my account. And that is a URL. How do I give the URL to Vijay? I need to give the URL to Vijay. Guys, yes or no? So Vijay will not get any notification. Okay. So give IAM user, and that user, guys, you are able to create IAM user in your account. So you need to do that. And then optional, guys, this federation identity center. Will you able to do it? So have 2 root accounts. Okay. Your main account is management account and another AWS account is member account. That's why I said, Bhavya, guys, you need to create 2 accounts for switch role. Will you create account for switch role? Take your friends one, no? Right? Take your friends. If you don't have any friends, mine. Okay. So your main account is management account, another AWS member account. Okay. So go to organizations. Okay. Add new account. Invite. If no friends, then first create friends and then do switch role. Okay. Invite AWS account. Okay. So go to email and join the organization. And then go to identity center. Freshly, you need to enable it. After enabling it, create user and assign OU member account. Correct, Nana? And then open, go to settings, open URL and access, log in with the user you created and access member account. Okay, will you able to do this? Fantastic. I wrote step by step. Please, I'm putting it. Okay, take this. And guys, we have online Zoom people. Afternoon lab sessions are there. You can join online and then ask questions there also. So those who are coming offline, you can go direct to the lab and mentors are there to help you. Online people, there is a Zoom link. If you don't know, I'll ask admin to put it in the classroom. Log into that. And then if you have any doubts on the practicals, ask mentors, they will help you. Otherwise, ask me. Lab session time, afternoon. For offline people, it is morning 8 to evening 8. But for online people, I think it's afternoon 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I think. Sir, previous question. Which question? I cannot go back. Can you please put the question again? Okay, ma. Any questions? And I need to go ahead and then delete the roles, Vijay role. Hey guys, do you see this? The role got created. No, by default, how many hours this role will be there? 1 hour. Do you see maximum session duration is 1 hour? And if you click on edit, can you increase that? Yes. It's up to you. And let's say Vijay. Okay, I'll try to put Vijay. Okay. So Vijay has logged into my account through this switch role. And I got to know that he's doing some nasty things in my account. I got to know. So should I call Vijay, Babu Vijay, don't do this? Or can I come here and then revoke sessions? Go here and click on revoke. If you click on revoke, all the active sessions will be killed. And then you can just delete the role. Okay. Is it possible to keep in Notepad? Yes, I'll do that. Sir, in future, we'll explore all services deep level. Of course. There is no doubt in that. Not getting MFA code on my mobile. Did everyone got MFA? So delete that, Vinod, delete that and then recreate it. Delete that and recreate it. Any other questions? Sir, can we use alias name in the ARN? No, you cannot. Sir, unfortunately, by mistake, I deleted MFA. Previous notification, I stopped sending MFA. If we delete without revoking a role, then the role will continue for 1 hour. Yes. Can you please explain about column SNT in what? Once again, can you explain about column SNT? Let's see what is that SNT. I have some cert active. Okay, you're asking about these certs. Huh? So guys, generally these certs are related to X5 or something is there, but we no need to go there. But if I go to security credentials, somewhere I see the certs. That will be in your root account, I feel. No, not the current server. This one, X509. This is related to this. Who is that? Bhaskar. This one is used to, this one is no need, because this one is used to connect to your AWS services very securely from your company. You can go with the VPN, but through certificates also, signing certificates also, you can do it to make sure SOAP protocol request to some AWS services. So if at all, there are few services where you need to securely connect it. So for that, you need to create this X509 certificate. So if you have those certificates, that certificates will be listed over here. Okay. Yes. Any other questions, Nana? So once you're done with it, anyways, IAM is free. So you don't need to do anything, but it's always good to clean it up. After eating, you'll wash your hands, no? Similarly, once you are done with it, yes, Devika, you can do there. You can go and ask in lab, or you can come here and ask me, or you can ask in the WhatsApp group also. Some other people will also help. But mostly you can done by yourself. If not, check with the mentors. Otherwise, check with me. Okay. Correct. Should I create a new account by deleting old account? Will you delete your own existing account? No, Babu, no. Don't delete. You need to have one extra account. If you want to do an extra, what is that? Identity center, you can go for one more account. Okay? Otherwise, no need. In Classroom, Google Classroom, the WhatsApp group is there. Please join there and click on that and join the group. MFA is not working, delete it. Otherwise, I said you need to contact AWS. There is an MFA troubleshooting will be there. When you're logging to your account, there will be MFA troubleshooting or something, say problem with MFA. If you click on it, you will get the instructions, follow those instructions. That's why I said you have to be careful with MFA. All right. So IAM is done. Complete the practicals. And from tomorrow, EC2, the biggest service in AWS and the BAP of AWS, the backbone of AWS, which is EC2. We'll be going very deep on the EC2 because EC2 is very, very important. If you don't know anything in EC2, you cannot be called as AWS engineers. So EC2, karam kurum, you need to eat it. Okay, in and out, you should know. So we'll be going deep into the EC2. Okay, ma? So can you give me the final CC for today, please? Okay, great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.